Hi, I thought I'd do another real estate video because I haven't looked for a while, and with all the inflation happening, I warned you. I thought I'd take a look at not buying a place, but actually what leases are like. Have rents gone up? Because there's been a lot of talk about rents having gone up and stuff. So let's actually go and have a look at commercial real estate. So this is not residential. This is called commercial real estate, which is business real estate here in the Norwest Business Park that I'm in. So let's go in and have a look at Norwest, because I used to rent a bigger office. We'll probably include Borkham Hills as well, because sometimes it used to be officially Borkham Hills. Now it's actually officially its own suburb called Norwest. But we'll include both in here, and we'll have a squeeze. Let's go into map view here. So here is Norwest Business Park. It is all in here. So it basically encompasses all of, yep, you can see my cursor. It encompasses all of this. It encompasses all of this. So this is one part, and then it encompasses another part here, some on the south side here, technically some stuff down here, and then Castle Hill Business Park's over on the other side. Might have a look at that as well, because that is a different type of commercial real estate. But what I'm in at the moment, I own this one, of course. This is 50 square meters of commercial office space in a typical commercial office building. But I used to rent in Norwest Business Park when I had need for a bigger place. I rented a 100 square meter place, so twice the size of this, and it cost me about $30,000 a year. So it was about $300 per square meter, and the cost when you're renting a place, it's usually the cost per square meter, which is the thing that matters, plus what's called outgoings, which includes the strata fees and often like water rates and other things like that. But basically it's the strata fee for the building, to maintain the building, to clean the toilets, to maintain the grounds and have cleaners do everything, take away the garbage that goes into the garbage room and all that sort of stuff. So and almost in every case I'm not going to say every case, but in most cases with commercial real estate here in Australia, at least in Sydney here, if you rent a commercial office or industrial type thing, you will pay the outgoings on top. It's expected that the tenant actually pays that value. And for a place like this, 50 square meters like this, it costs about maybe $5,000 a year for outgoings. So to rent a place like this might be $20,000 to $25,000 a year, something like, say, 20, plus about an extra $5,000 for outgoings. But because I own this place, that's all I've got to pay for, is the $5,000 outgoings per year. So that's basically all it cost me to maintain this place. Although I did just get stung with a one-off fee, and this happens occasionally, a one-off fee for redoing the cladding on the building. Sorry, I'm going into tangents here. The cladding on the side of the building, since the the Grenfell Tower disaster thing in the UK, that's just spread all around the world, and local councils have said, nope, if you've got combustible cladding on your building, you have to replace it by law. So yeah, it turns out our building had just below the threshold. So technically we could have only replaced a little bit of it, but the strata committee, which I'm on, we decided, no, let's just take the hit and replace all the cladding. So all the buildings in the business park, they all had this combustible cladding, or some percentage of combustible outside cladding. Commercial office buildings like this one are usually brick, except for a wood one down in Norwest, which I've done a video on actually. They're building it out of wood. Anyway, they're usually a concrete. They're usually concrete facade, and over that they stick this nice coloured cladding material. It's like a foam cladding material, and apparently it was combustible. So yeah, not good if there's a fire, but not a huge deal in a concrete. It's not. I don't think it was bad as a commercial as it was in the residential towers. I don't think the risks are the same. But anyway, so that cost me like $8,000. So I just got hit with $8,000 to replace, because I own part of this building, so I had to pony up my percentage of what it costs. For it was a lot of money. Anyway, $8,000, that was a hit that came out of nowhere. Anyway, I digress. Let's have a look. There doesn't seem to be much for rent here. So as I said, so I rented started 4 years ago. God, was it that long ago? How long have I been back here? I don't know. Maybe 3 years. 3.5 maybe. Anyway, I took a 2-year lease at $30,000 per year. There was a rental increase, I think a 3% rental increase or something like that in there. But I got it for $300 a month. So, and which was a little bit below average. Like average might have been $320, something like that, $330 for a place of this size. So I actually negotiated the price down because they couldn't find a tenant for the particular space because it wasn't fitted out. I didn't want a place that's fitted out, that has what's called a fit out, which includes nice divided walls and and the sort of stuff like fancy pantsy stuff. So it wasn't fitted out that well. It was just one big open space, but. Anyway, the person who's since rented that place, that's the infamous place that flooded, by the way, and they've rented it. They've completely added walls everywhere, and it's completely changed now. Anyway, I digress. So $300 a per square meter, Aussie bucks, of course. So let's have a look. So let's go to this part of Norwest here, and let's have a squiz. What do we got here? Down in Burbank Place, that's near which used to be the headquarters for Subaru. They're on the north side of Burbank Place there. 51. So let's get the confuser out here. Rare. Oh, sorry, it's back to front. So all the electrons are going to fall out. I'm using a Sharp because you might see this in a first time I'm using a Sharp calculator. So yeah, you might see a review teardown video of this compared to the FX260 Solar, the Casio jobby that I normally use. Anyway, I thought I'd try it out. 51,875. This usually does not include outgoings. Okay, so outgoings are on top of this. So 51,875 divided by 125. This is not sounding good. That is 415 a square meter. Ouchie. All right. And usually you'll pay more per square meter the smaller it gets. You'll pay a bit of a premium. So the larger they get, that's a decent size, 125 square meters. So to pay 415, ooh, ouchie. In fact, this is the Subaru one, I think. There you go. They don't have prices. Okay, this one here. 12,000 gross. There you go. That's one that includes gross, means includes outgoing. So you pay for everything. So usually you're only renting, in this particular case, 11 square meters. Yeah, it's not going to be much. You're only renting like a tiny office. So you're renting like, a desk here or something. Jeez, that's expensive. 11 grand. Well, you get access to the board. No, this one office, is it? You're renting this? No? Because this isn't 11 square meters. It's not 11 square meters. What's going on here? 12,000 gross. Okay. The floor area, 11 square meters. There you go. But yeah, that won't be your own. I'm sure you're sharing that with someone, but there you go. Anyway, so let's not take that. Let's go over to here. Okay, this is, that's retail. That's in the shopping centre. This is the new fancy pantsy one. I've done videos on this, right? 170,000, 350. I've done a video on this building. The Esplanade, it's a new thing with residential apartments up the top, commercial office with 2 or 3 levels of commercial office complexes, and then restaurants down the bottom. Divided by 134. $525 a square meter. Oh, geez. That's for 134 square meters. This one down here, 32. So a small one, 25,000 divided by 32. What, 781? Are you kidding me? Plus outgoings. Are you kidding me? Plus outgoings. So this is, hang on, 32 square meters, so smaller than my little lab here, about from this wall where I am backwards behind me. So here it is. These are all residential ones up the top here. You got penthouse apartments. You can pay $2 million at the top. What idiot would pay that? You got nice views of the mountains and stuff, but holy crap, come on. And then 3 levels of commercial, and then the restaurants and stuff down the bottom. You got fountains out there, and you got the nice lake and everything. It's very nice, right? Norwest is pretty schmick now. And wow, what was it? $781 a square meter. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. For that, it's got concierge and everything, you know, so you pay a bit more for the buildings with concierge, but that's it. That's it. For $781 a square meter. Plus outgoings. If it included outgoings, that'd still be expensive. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. No, inflation can't be this bad, can it? Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is the other one. So this one's better, but what was this? Still $400-500. So you get a view of the lake and everything. That's the private hospital over there and whatnot. And yeah, you know, this is big, nice big open plan. So like some people like that, but others don't. They want like a fit out. They want multiple offices for people, and they'll fit it out. Generally, when you rent a place like this, you can, you know, tell them, yep, as long as you pay for it, you fit it out, and then you remove it at the end, or you can decide to keep it. When I rented this place out and moved into the bigger one, because I own this, so I rented it out to a tenant, and they decided no, they wanted a bigger boardroom, so they actually made the boardroom bigger, and they installed all PowerPoints along here, and they did network cabling upgrades and stuff like that. And at the end of the lease, they went, "Do you want us to change it back?" And I went, "Nope." I'll keep it. Thank you very much. So they paid, you know, it's got a big glass window in it and stuff, whereas my little cubicle before didn't have it. So yeah, so I decided to keep it. You know, it's nice, but holy crap. Oh man. Anyway, let's keep going, shall we? Whoa. 85. So 36, 125 divided by 85, 425. Okay, so it's 425 a square meter. And then 66,000 divided by 137, 481. Man, okay. That's a new key. That's the new. I've also done a thing on that. It's going to be wanky. Have they got the wanky photos? Yeah. This is all the rendered stuff. This is what they're going to build. This is what it's going to look like. Oh! Look at this. Oh. It's all rendered. And so look at the black crap on the top. That's just like, that looks real. But they started building. Oh, they might. No, hang on. No. Oh, no. Sorry, I was thinking wrong building. Wrong building. I got the map slightly wrong. Yeah. Anyway, that's real. All right. So let's go. What do we got here? 35. Oh, here we are. Yeah, this is a cheaper building. It's one of the older buildings in the park. So it's cheaper, 35,500 plus outgoings, as you can see. It says divided by 96, 369. There you go, 370. But that's for 96, right? So you'd expect that to be cheaper. Remember, mine was 300. So a bigger one, oh no, sorry, that was the same size as mine. I rented 100 square meters, so this is 370. So it's gone up, you know, like 20%. That's at least 20% gone up since I rented in the last couple of years. Wow. Okay, there you go. That is a good ballpark. That's probably the same quality one as let's have a look. Yep, that's, you know, similar quality to what I had, okay? Yep, similar quality to what I rented. So, yep, that's a good baseline. So it's gone from 300 to 370 for the same size. So, let's go over to here. 72 square meters. This is another cheap building. This is another one of the older ones. 28.8. Well, we're cheap, you know. Let us know in the comments down below how much commercial real estate is in your business park. That's 400. That's 400 for a smaller place. You might pay a bit of a premium, but that one's like, you know, that's pretty plain vanilla stuff, right? That's all right though. I don't mind that. It's better than my lab here. But it's basically the same as what I've got here. I've almost got literally this, except it's bigger. I've got the big window like that, which I'm staring at right now. And yeah, but I don't have windows at the other side. This is a windowless. I'm stuck in the middle of the building. So yeah, that's basically what I've got at the moment, except bigger. That's not a bad space actually. I don't mind that, but geez, I wouldn't pay $400 a week, $400 a square meter for it. And there you go. They tell you the outgoings are 7,920 there. that's about right. As I said, about 5,000 for 72 square meters. I think I was paying around 8,000 for my place that I rented. So I paid $30,000 plus about 8,000. Yeah, it was. And then in the second year, I think it went up $1,500. I was like paying 31 something in the second year. So I was paying a bit more because leases always include every year, they'll include at least a 3 to 5% increase, 3% absolute minimum. Now, I wouldn't like to see a modern commercial contract now. That might be ugly. It'd be 5% plus, even more, maybe. Let's have, hello? Nope. Hello? Why doesn't this, it stopped working? It stopped clicking. Oh, something's going on. Anyway, what? Come on. Why is it not clicking? Oh, seriously? Come on. No. Anyway, I'll go into there, and you can see over here, this is on the other side of Windsor Road. This is Castle Hill. So you get more sort of like industrial spaces rather than commercial offices over here. So here we go, 39,000 gross for 39,600 gross divided by 54. That's 733. But that is like a ground floor level with retail exposure kind of thing. So you're paying for the retail exposure there. So as you can see, retail exposure. And then you'll get these ones, which are your big, like your big roller door type things. I can show you that if they've got photos inside. Yeah. So you get your these are your more industrial units. You'll usually get a big roller door with a mezzanine floor if you're lucky. No, does this one have a mezzanine? Doesn't look like it, but you just get a big high ceiling space. No, but often, you just get a little tiny one room there. That's pretty crap. But often you'll get like steps going up to an office, a small office level. You might get like 30 square meters or something up there. So they're mostly office, not now, go away. Yes, I don't normally use Edge. I'm just using it so it doesn't have, all my stuff in previous stuff in there. So anyway, 41. See, now you can get like 43,100 divided by 221. So now you get a lot more space. Now you're talking $195, right, per square meter. So you're talking a much bigger one. This one will definitely have a mezzanine level. There it is. There you go. There's your mezzanine. You walk up the steps to your mezzanine office there. That's not very big, but that's, 221 square meters. That's a decent amount of space. You get your own dunnies and stuff, and there you go. You just get your open mezzanine. That's what these office ones here are like. So there you go. So it's going to get cheaper over in this part of the business park. 37,000 for 140 gross. See, that's pretty good, right? And 264 gross. See, if I needed space, like I'd be getting that, and but that's probably next to like a Smash Repairs place or something, right? Signage permissible. There you go. So you're next to Hills Irrigation and you're next to Penrite, which is oils and place. So it's like automotive, something like that. Yeah, usually you're next to a Smash Repairs place or something like that. So that's a bit better than that. But yeah, it's still that's the more industrial side. But if you want bigger warehousey type space or combination like these ones down here, these ones are really good. I talked about these years ago, and I almost considered, this is like 10 years ago, I almost considered buying one of these on this side. I like these ones because they're a combination of nice like office. They're about 70% office, 30% roller door garagey type thing, and I really like these. But this one's obviously had its garage roller door. Like you get, this is actually a roller door, right? So you actually lift it up so you can actually get fresh air coming in, and it's like a garage kind of thing. In fact, you could park a car in there. I really like the design of these ones, but it's less convenient to get to. It's not in Norwest. Norwest is just a nicer place. But if you want, this is more industrial space. So this is, I always wanted I always wanted one of these. Like they're really good, but it's not as convenient. It's really difficult to get across Windsor Road, by the way. Windsor Road's a dog. Like getting in and out of this place in peak hour is just like, ugh. It's just, anyway, there's outgoings, 8,700. So there you go. Anyway, I won't spend any longer on this. I think we'll call it quits there. But that is basically Norwest. So I've shown this before. It's basically, you know, around the lake here. So that's that new fancy pantsy building. The satellite still shows under construction. Really? Oh my God, that's been operating forever. There's the Hillsong mothership. There's the evil mothership. The Hillsong mothership and all the... sorry. The Hillsong campus here. That's the Hillsong mother... Well, that's part of it too. But there's the Hillsong mothership. all the parents in America send their, especially in the Southern America, they send their kids here thinking that this is a university. They go to Hillsong University, and anyway, so a lot of voices that you'll hear of people working in Norwest Shopping Centre right next door here, a lot of Southern American accents, because all the kids are working. They, in fact, Hillsong own a lot of houses around here, down in Bella Vista, down here. They own a lot and they rent them to the it might be a package deal or something, but yeah, all the sucker parents who send their kids to university. Suckers. Anyway, so there you go. So that's around the lake, and then, as I said, this is the Castle Hill side of it over here, and as you can see, it's more industrial. This is where I go get. This is Hyundai. It's where I get my. That's where I get my car service down there. Now that they can now service locally. Before I used to have to drive across, and now that's Castle Hill Hyundai. So they just do that. So I just walk out of there, drop my car off, walk out of there, run across Windsor Road, hopefully don't die, and walk to Norwest. So you got that part of Norwest, and you've got this part over here which has some more modern buildings, and there's other there's more medical stuff around here, and there's safety deposit boxes in here, and there's all sorts of things in here. So yep. And Woolworths. The Woolworths, last thing I'll show you, that's if they got it here. This is the Woolworths national headquarters. Woolworths are basically Australia's biggest food chain, along with Coles. Coles and Woolworths probably equivalent. But this is their headquarters. This is their big new headquarters. And what they're doing, it used to be 3 buildings like this, right? Fairly recently, I think 3,000 people work there or something. It's a lot, okay? They have their own shuttle buses and everything, okay? And they're now renting out an entire building, an entire wing. So I don't know why they're doing it. And by the way, ResMed's down here. That's the ResMed campus. If you've got one of those nasal things, that's where ResMed is. So that's the ResMed campus down there. And, all of that is the ResMed. All of that's the ResMed campus down there. Sleep Vantage Club. Anyway, and you're not allowed to tell anyone about these super secret locations here. Shh. Okay, this building here controls all of the energy grid for the entire east coast of Australia. Okay, they got big security, there's big security around here. Okay, it's a walled compound, and and this one, you're not supposed to tell anyone, but this is where they do super secret something for the Australian polymer notes. The notes aren't actually printed there, but some aspect of the notes is done in there. And once again, you won't find any labeling on this building. There's no labeling outside. It's just got number 5 or something, like this. Doesn't exist. Okay. Anyway, and the new wood buildings going in there. So I've done a short on that. But anyway, sorry. Sidetracked. Completely sidetracked. I was going to show you in the Woolworths building, but I did this on Twitter. And let's see, one Woolworths way. Let's have a look at this. I mean, this is real. This is real, okay? Hang on, we should play it, right? Look, inside the building. Wow, it looks like a library, a museum or something, right? It's a huge campus, and they're renting out an entire building. So I don't know who's going to get that, right? And check out their cafe and is that a cafe? What is that? I don't know, a lounge area, cafe thing? No, there's their cafe. There's their cafe thing, right? look at this, right? So you can rent out this is just in this one building, this one part of the building. So obviously it's already vacant. They've already got, I don't know, are they laying people? Look at all these workstations. Nobody's working in Woolworths anymore. Poor Woolies. Look at this, right? And you get boardrooms, and they've probably got gyms. I don't know. Look at all this wanky stuff, right? They've still got all this stuff hanging up there. Oh, they got a tennis court. Really? Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Right? I've never been in the Woolworths headquarters, but that is look at this. Look at this. It looks like you're entering some museum thing. I've been in half the museums I've been in are smaller than this, or some big, gallery place or something like that. Anyway, there you go. That's one part of Norwest Business Park. That's the Lexington Drive part of the business park and the new metro. There's a metro station up there, and yep. Wow, look at that. I can rent the whole building. Maybe around April or something, I might think of renting that one perhaps. Yeah, because the Altium building worked out really well. That was a real bargain. Anyway, there you go. So yes, rents have gone up. Seem to have gone up a lot. I looked at, there's not much available. Maybe that's to do with not much. Oh, I didn't actually look in here. Yeah, I did, didn't I? I actually looked at there's 36,000 for 95 square meters. There you go. That's probably the cheapest. We didn't look at that. 36,000 divided by 95 square meters. That's 380, but that's still 380, right? And outgoings are more in that building, 10 grand. You'll get more, if you've got, fancy concierge and stuff like that. And depends on how many lifts there are to maintain and other gardens to maintain and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I couldn't get the $300 deal again. Looks like nope. And there is no such thing as a dump. This is not Rossman real estate. This is not New York, okay, where everything is literally a dump. If it was any better, you couldn't afford it. Can't do a New York accent, but, if it looked any better, you couldn't afford it. No, these are all like A grade. I don't think there's anything that would be considered B grade here. I'm not sure what exactly A, B grade means, but, it's, everything's sort of like A grade here. There's nothing that's dodgy. You couldn't rent a dodgy thing in the Norwest Business Park if you tried. Otherwise I would. I would, if there was a place going for dirt, like a bigger place, twice the size, going for dirt cheap because, I don't know, it was just all, rubbished inside, graffiti everywhere and just, smell of urine and, all sorts of stuff, then, no, I'd buy it and do it up. But no, it just does not exist. Does not exist. So there you go. That's commercial real estate. I reckon they've gone up at least 20%. At least 20% since I rented only a couple of years ago. At minimum. Absolute minimum. 20%. Some have even gone up a lot more. You always pay a bit of a premium for the premium buildings, but geez, nah. Anyway, there you go. Hope you found that interesting. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Catch you next time. That's a single take. I'm not going to edit this sucker.